can have it right back.
Why you want me to do it up the packet? You want to read it?
Thank you, Rob, and your committee, and Linda as well, for the information. With that, I ask the clerk now to call the roll for the regular meeting.
Mr. Bailey?
Here.
Mr. Bendet?
Here.
Mr. Burns? Mr. Cassell?
Here.
Ms. Doran? Mr. Fiacco? Mr. Fleming?
Here.
Mr. Grant?
Present.
Mr. Grimm?
Here.
Mr. Harrington?
Present.
Ms. Hoffman?
Here.
Mr. Loveridge?
Here.
Mr. Patiri?
Here.
Mr. Peter?
Here.
Mr. Testman?
Here.
Ms. Sullivan Tita? Ms. Weaver?
Here.
Mr. Wysocki?
Here.
Chairman Stammel?
Here.
17-0. Yeah, 17 present.
O God, who wonderfully created and yet more wonderfully restored the dignity of human nature, grant that we may share the divine life of him who humbled himself to share our humanity. Your Son, Jesus Christ, our Lord. Amen.
Yeah.
Pledge allegiance, Mr. Grimm, please.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We already did the motion for, do it again. Go ahead, Mr. Harrington.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we dispense with the reading of the minutes of the regular meeting of March 9th, 2019, and approve the minutes as printed.
I'll second.
Motion made and seconded. Any question? None? All in favor?
Aye.
So moved. Presentations?
On file?
Presentations, petitions, presentation of communications,
On file?
reports of commissions,
On file?
departmental reports,
On file?
reports of standing committees,
On file?
local laws.
There are none tonight?
Move to the index of resolutions. First index of resolution number P12619.
P-12619, resolution commending all American Legions in Rensselaer County for their support to the veterans. Introduced by legislators Harrington and the entire legislative body.
All in favor?
Aye.
So
17 ayes.
P12719.
P-12719, resolution honoring Silver Star Banner Day in Rensselaer County, introduced by legislators Harrington and the entire legislative body.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. P12819.
P-12819, resolution commending the Troy High School basketball team upon a championship season, introduced by legislators Burns and the entire legislative body.
All in favor? Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. P12919.
P-12919, resolution recognizing Thursday, May 2nd, 2019 as National Day of Prayer, introduced by legislators Grant and the entire legislative body.
All in favor? Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. P13019.
P-13019, resolution proclaiming April 2019 as National County Government Month, connecting the unconnected, introduced by legislators Patiri, Wysocki, and the entire legislative body.
All in favor? Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. P13119.
P-13919, resolution recognizing May 5th through the 11th, 2019 as Children's Mental Health Week, introduced by legislators Grant, Testman, and the entire legislative body.
All in favor? Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. P13219.
P-13219, resolution recognizing May 2019 as Mental Health Month, introduced by legislators Grant, Testman, and the entire legislative body.
All in favor? Opposed?
Can I just correct the number on the previous resolution? P-13119, resolution recognizing May 5th through the 11th, 2019 as Children's Mental Health Week. That was P-13119, and that was 17 ayes. I just wanted to correct that.
P13219.
P-13219, we just passed with 17 ayes. So P-3319, resolution commending Rensselaer County's nurses on the celebration of Nurses Week on May 6th through the 12th, 2019, introduced by legislators Bendet, Cassell, and the entire legislative body.
All in favor? Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. P 13419.
P 13419, resolution recognizing May 12th through the 18th, 2019 as National Nursing Home Week, introduced by legislators Grant, Testman, and the entire legislative body.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. P 13519.
P 13519, resolution recognizing May 2019 as Older Americans Month, introduced by legislators Bailey, Peter, and the entire legislative body.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. P 13619.
P 13619, resolution recognizing May 11, 2019 as National Train Day and the 150th anniversary of the Golden Spike in Rensselaer County, introduced by legislator Stammel and the entire legislative body.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. P 13719.
P 13719, resolution recognizing the month of April 2019 as Sexual Assault Awareness Month in Rensselaer County, introduced by legislators Dorn and the entire legislative body.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. P 13919.
P
138, I'm sorry.
P 13819, resolution urging Governor Cuomo and the New York State Legislature to oppose the Farm Workers Fair Labor Practices Act, introduced by legislators Harrington, Wysocki, Peter, Stammel, Hoffman, Loveridge, Bailey, Bendet, Cassell, Grant, Fiacco, Patiri, and Testman.
Mr. Chairman?
Any questions? Mr.
Can I
Chairman,
speak
go
on
ahead.
that?
Yes, please.
Yeah, I just would like, as a farmer, I'd like to ask for everyone's support on this resolution. It calls for time and a half over 40. There's another section in there which calls for at least 1 day off. We give, the farmers pretty much all give everybody 1 day off unless they have a disaster and have to try to get something off before the frost is coming at night or whatever. Same with the vegetable people. Everybody works hard to make sure everybody at least gets 1 day off a week. But the time and a half is a killer for the agricultural industry. And they're having a hard time getting labor as it is. And when they get the labor, 54% of all dairy farmers are now, or 52, or something like that, so-called migrant labor. So, and when they come here and they want to work, I can tell you from experience, if I work them less than 65 hours a week, they'll move on somewhere else. So farmers are going to wind up cutting them back. In New York State, we're competing against now labor. This will cause us to compete with labor against Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, and all the other states that don't have such a law, Vermont, especially Vermont and Pennsylvania. And so it'll just do a number on our labor. I mean, there's no such thing as working 40 hours and hiring somebody else to work the other 20 hours that they want to work, or 25. Just leave, there'll be a big exodus out of New York if we try to do that. We figured it out, and with ours, it would almost double our labor cost. And most dairy farmers, something like that. And the vegetable guys, you might know more experience from Farm Bureau, but the vegetable guys are in the same boat. You can't get enough labor anyway, so it'll really do a number if you go to time and a half. So I'd like to ask for everyone's support. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Harrington. Anyone else?
I'll just speak on behalf of Experience from Farm Bureau. This law has been looked at in the past, and as Legislator Harrington said, farming fresh pick operations in the state, this would just be about a killer deal. They would completely force them out of business. There's no way they could compete with markets from Arizona to California. We just totally swamp them. So I would agree with Legislator Harrington on my opposition to the state passing this law.
Thank you. One question, yeah.
Yes, on the legislation or the proposal here to urge, I understand the plight of the farm workers or the farmers in Rensselaer County is going to be a hardship, but in my heart of hearts, I can't vote for some sort of separate but equal thing. In other words, the farm workers are just as entitled as a factory worker or a fast food worker or a cleaner in the building here to equal and fair practices. So I plan on voting against it.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to add to that. I'd just like to add that, when we think of situations like this, we should put ourselves in the position. And a fair wage is a fair wage. And it doesn't matter who is working for that wage, they should be getting it. And it should be in any industry. And I understand the hardships on farmers in Rensselaer County and across the nation right now. But, you know, I find it, how could we ask them to work 65 hours a week and not pay them overtime when ourselves we would want to be paid overtime for time given? Thank you.
Can I just speak to something? I grew up on a dairy farm. I haven't taken a paycheck working on that farm for the better part of 20 years. No one knows more the cost of their labor and the lack of being paid for it than farmers themselves, especially at this time. This is a hard time for the dairy industry. It's a hard time for all farmers. To ask farmers who are subject to weather woes, again, the day off situation, it's not something that farmers want to see their employees work 7 days a week. But if you are an apple farmer or a fresh pig farmer, and you have a situation that requires you to get your harvest off, this adds another layer of burdensome regulation. And again, the biggest problem is this is just New York. If this was a nationwide situation, at least then the competitive field is level. This puts all New York farmers at a direct disadvantage. Only hurts our New York farmers the most. I understand what you're saying, but I come from a family that sat around the table many nights not paying ourselves and paying someone else instead to do the same work that we were doing. We understand that situation, but this goes a little extra further to put a nail in the coffin of New York Ag.
Thank you. Anyone else? I'd just like to,
I just want to say, if who we might consider to be the experts or who have lived this, the farmers that are here feel the way they do, and they project that their industry will disappear in the state, I can't see how moving ahead with the law as it is in this state is in any way, shape, or form doing any good, even with the arguments that have been raised by the minority.
Yeah, one other comment. You know, there's nobody that thinks they ought to get paid more than we pay our health than us. We realize we're not paying our health, but we're not getting paid what we should be getting paid either. I think that's the big problem in the agricultural business. I mean, you know, I'm selling milk. You know, the government sets the price of milk. They calculate all those numbers from the supply and what the usage of it is, and they're based on 1930s situations where 60% of milk production was going for whole milk. Now it's about 30. It's still set based on the same formulas. And the government doesn't want to do anything about it, no matter who's in politics, because there's enough milk. I mean, the only mentality we have, and the only thing the bank will say to us, I mean, they're telling me to put on more cows. They say, you know, the only way you're going to survive is put on more cows. And they're trucking milk in from Watertown and Rochester and Buffalo now into the capital district because they have no market for their milk. So they're buying distressed milk, they call it. So they're paying, I mean, I can tell you right now, Midland farmers down here in Manans are paying $2 a hundredweight less than I'm getting. And I'm getting, we're getting about $1.40 a gallon. It costs us about $1.65 to produce it. That's the God's honest truth. And they're trucking milk in here for other parts of the state and other states, Pennsylvania, you know, states that got too much milk. The dairy, it looks to me like a lot of our industry is going to be moving to Indiana or somewhere else. We just can't be efficient anymore. I mean, that's what they tell us. I mean, we're producing a product for less than it costs us. We just can't produce it any less than $19. It goes by 100. That's just a confusion. You know, you buy it by the gallon. But it's $19 a hundredweight is the cheapest I can produce it. We haven't got $19 a hundred. The only product, the only thing I sell is whole milk. I mean, it all goes on, you know, it's divided up. My milk goes for whole milk, but it doesn't matter because the guy's milk that goes for the other products, they divvy up a big pot and give us all the same price. But I'm just saying, the whole milk price is 30. You know, that's the only of the 4 classes of milk. That's the only class that's priced usually either at or above our cost of production. And that's 30%. I mean, 70% of the milk we produce here is being sold at a loss. And it's not going to continue. I mean, I don't know how we're going to continue. But if this goes in, I'm guaranteeing we won't be around. Thank you.
yes, there's a reason why the current law is the way it is, because it was recognized when they did the Fair Labor Act, the plight of farmers at that time, and what the hardship would be on. And I sure recognize that. The last thing that we should want, especially in the state of New York, or anybody on the East Coast, is have all the vegetables and all the farm food, produce and stuff put somewhere else in the country, and we won't be self-sufficient at all, or won't be able to help ourselves if there's bad weather somewhere, or storms, or labor problems somewhere else in the country. They're going to take care of what's around them first before they start distributing it to the rest of the country. And we should do everything we can to protect what's most important to us, and that's our families and those jobs and those businesses close by as well. So, on the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Can I have a show of hands for the noes? Is there 5? So that's 12 ayes. 4? Okay. So it's 13 ayes and 4 noes.
Thank you. So moved. P 13919.
P 13919, resolution supporting the proposed definition of waters of the United States by the Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, and Department of the Army, introduced by legislators Harrington, Wysocki, Peter, Stammel, Hoffman, Leverage, Bailey, Bendet, Casal, Grant, Fiacco, Patiri, and Tessman.
Mr. Chairman?
On the question.
This is another one that has a big effect on the dairy farm and all farms. This is based on the WOTUS law that was put in effect in 2015, and it's been kicked around. If you read the background on it, it's been kicked around to different states, and different states have put injunctions against it, and then it's been sent to Supreme Court. They wouldn't handle it right, and then it's been dismissed, and then it comes back. It's always, and the Supreme Court just said the Corps of Engineers has control of navigable waters. But what's happened, their interpretation of it was all waters of the U.S. are all navigable waters. That water gets to some navigable stream after a while. So they come out to the farms, and if we have a low spot in the field, or we have some of the ditches and things like that, they're considered waters of the United States. So we've had the Corps of Engineers on our back since 2015 on the farms across the U.S., across the whole U.S. And that's our water. So they're going to regulate what we do. We can't use certain swills or low spots or whatever because of their interpretation. Now, finally, they come out after injunction after injunctions and in court and out of court, they finally come up with some new laws and saying that they're going to turn a lot of this, the low spots in fields and all that over, at least to the state DEC will make an interpretation. So basically, I mean, I'm in a nutshell, as a layman trying to tell you, it's going to, we've been told by Farm Bureau for sure this is a whole lot better than what we have. So I'm asking for your support of this resolution. Thank you.
Thank you. Any question? All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
13 ayes, 4 noes.
So moved. G 14019.
G 14019, resolution authorizing an agreement with Capital District Child Care Coordinating Council, Inc., Department of Social Services, introduced by legislators Grant, Tessman, Sullivan, Tita.
Any question? All in favor?
Aye.
17 ayes.
G 14119.
G 14119, resolution authorizing payment to Mark R. Palazzi, Esquire, as court-appointed Special District Attorney, County Attorney, introduced by legislators Tessman, Grant, and Weaver.
Any question? All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G 14219.
G 14219, resolution authorizing a contract for the lease and laundering of uniforms and mats for highway and auto maintenance departments, Bureau of Essential Services, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Sullivan, Tita, Stammel, and Grimm.
Any question? All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G 14319.
G 14319, resolution authorizing and directing the Rensselaer County Chief Fiscal Officer to refund the Town of Skodak Bureau of Tax Services, introduced by legislators Leverage, Stammel, and Grimm.
Any question? All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
17 ayes.
G 14419.
G 14419, resolution authorizing a contract for substance abuse counseling in the Rensselaer County Corrections Facility and amending the 2019 adopted budget, Department of Mental Health, introduced by legislators Grant, Tessman, Sullivan, Tita.
On the question? All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G 14519.
G 14519, resolution authorizing a contract with Hope House, Inc. and amending the 2019 Rensselaer County Adopted Budget, Department of Mental Health, introduced by legislators Grant, Testman, Sullivan, Tita.
On the question? All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G 14619.
G 14619, resolution authorizing contracts for family support services, Department of Mental Health, introduced by legislators Grant, Testman, Sullivan, Tita.
On the question? All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. No?
Oh. Who was the abstention? 3 abstentions?
Still moved. G 14719.
G 14719, resolution authorizing the purchase of emergency communications equipment, Bureau of Public Safety, introduced by legislators Testman, Grant, and Weaver.
Question? All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G 14819.
G 14819, resolution amending the 2019 Rensselaer County Adopted Budget for Public Safety Grants, Bureau of Public Safety, and Bureau of Research and Information Services, introduced by legislators Testman, Grant, and Weaver.
On the question? All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G 14919.
G 14919, resolution authorizing the purchase of emergency communications equipment, Bureau of Public Safety, introduced by legislators Testman, Grant, and Weaver.
On the question? None? All in favor? Aye.
17 ayes.
So moved. G 15019.
G 15019, resolution authorizing the purchase of 2 sets of replacement belts for the district-owned belt filter press units, Sewer District Number 1, introduced by legislators Harrington, Bailey, and Fleming.
On the question? All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G 15119.
G 15119, resolution authorizing the purchase of 3 ISCO Teledyne dual power composite samplers, Sewer District Number 1, introduced by legislators Harrington, Bailey, and Fleming.
On the question? All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G 15319.
G 15219, resolution amending the 2019 Rensselaer County Adopted Budget, Sewer District Number 1, introduced by legislators Harrington, Bailey, and Fleming.
On the question? All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G 15319.
G 15319, resolution authorizing an annual maintenance agreement for the Department Payroll System Highway Department, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Sullivan, Tita, Harrington, Bailey, and Fleming.
On the question? All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G 15419.
G 15419, resolution authorizing contracts for the purchase of drainage pipe, Highway Department, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Sullivan, Tita, Harrington, Bailey, and Fleming.
On the question? All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G 15619.
G 15519, resolution authorizing the purchase of highway equipment, Highway Department, introduced by legislators Harrington, Bailey, and Fleming.
On the question? All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G 15619.
G 15619, resolution authorizing purchase of voting machines and amending the 2019 Rensselaer County Adopted Budget Board of Elections, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Sullivan, Tita, Stammel, and Grimm.
On the question? All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G 15719.
G 15719, resolution authorizing an agreement for substance abuse services, Department of Probation, introduced by legislators Testman, Grant, and Weaver.
On the question? All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G 15819.
G 15819, resolution establishing Hudson River Food Corp program and amending the 2019 Rensselaer County budget. Bureau of Economic Development and Planning, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Sullivan, Tita, Bailey, Bendet, and Fleming.
On the question? All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G 15819.
G 15918, resolution authorizing the Van Rensselaer Manor to utilize consortium contracts Van Rensselaer Manor, introduced by legislators Grant, Testman, Sullivan, Tita.
On the question? All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G 16019.
G 16019, resolution authorizing the purchase replacement two-way radios Van Rensselaer Manor, introduced by legislators Grant, Testman, Sullivan, Tita.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G16119.
G 16119, resolution amending the 2019 adopted Rensselaer County budget, Department of Health, introduced by legislators Bedeck, Casal, and Doran.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G16219.
G 16219, resolution authorizing an amendment to resolution number G 48418, Bureau of Public Safety, introduced by legislators Harrington, Bailey, and Fleming.
On the question? All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G16319.
G 16319, resolution transferring 2018 legislative budget balances to be designated for the Rensselaer County Tax Stabilization Fund, Rensselaer County Legislature, introduced by legislators Loveridge, Stammel, and Grimm.
On the question? All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G16419.
G 16419, resolution authorizing the acceptance of a grant from the Dormitory Authority of the State of New York and amending the 2019 adopted budget, Bureau of Public Safety, introduced by legislator Stammel.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G16519.
G 16519, resolution authorizing contracts for conventional asphalt paving, Highway Department, introduced by legislator Stammel.
On the question? All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
17 ayes.
G16619.
G 16619, resolution authorizing the purchase of pre-screen alcohol devices and toximeters, stop DWI, introduced by legislator Stammel.
On the question? All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G16719.
G 16719, resolution amending the 2018 and 2019 Rensselaer County adopted budget, general capital projects and road machinery funds, introduced by Chairman Stammel.
On the question? All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G16819.
G 16819, resolution adjourning the Rensselaer County Legislative Meeting and honoring the life of Nina Sakir Pattison, introduced by legislator Grimm and the entire legislative body.
On the question? All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. P16919.
P 16919, resolution adjourning the April 9, 2019 Rensselaer County Legislative Meeting in memory of Paul S. Pasuco, introduced by legislators Peter Loveridge, Bendet, and the entire legislative body.
Question? All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
17 ayes.
G17019.
G 17019, resolution authorizing purchase of clear count voting system and amending the 2019 Rensselaer County budget, Board of Elections, introduced by legislator Stammel.
On the question? All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. That concludes the resolutions for tonight. That concludes our meeting. Thank you, everybody, for attending.
Mr. Chairman, let's-
629.
Yes, sir.
Tonight, we passed a couple of resolutions regarding Van Rensselaer Manor, which will enable the
Gotta talk to
manor
Dave.
to work closely with the residents and the taxpayers in an efficient, cost-effective, and caring manner at the manor. Just wanted to take a couple seconds to acknowledge the hard work of the executive director of the manor, Doug Posey. He's retired. He's done a remarkable job. He is known as throughout the state as one of the best, if not the best, executive directors of the nursing homes throughout this state. I wish him well. He's agreed to stay on for a bit to help in the transition. He's just a remarkable individual. If you run into him, please thank him for his service to the county and to the residents of the manor. He's just done a fantastic and remarkable job. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
No, thank you. That's very nice. Any other privileges? For that, a motion adjourned. Motion made, second? Second made. All in favor? Aye. There we go. All right.